G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_Gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So today's video we're going to pump out that LGE GT edition mission for the GT bosses. I'll start off by saying this is an extremely tight category. If you're missing a couple of units you're definitely going to struggle, and I certainly could be in the boat with that. So the main leader of the team is the Tech Super 17, who as you can see I actually don't have, so not a great start there. In terms of secondary leaders, you've got the Tech Sin Shenron as well as the Int Shadow Dragons, who are both 130 leads. Um, yeah, certainly not ideal to be running either of those, but look, it is what it is. In terms of top tier units, you're going to have the Physical Omega, who just got his easy A. I'm actually going to run a full Shadow Dragons team and use him. Um, You've got this sub easy A of the Sin Shenron. He's nothing crazy, but he does have big bad bosses, and he does raise defense for one turn, so he's not the worst option. You've got the physical Nova Shenron. Um, he's just got a higher passive than some of the other units. That's why I'm going to be bringing him. If you are running the Tech Super 17 as your leader, this baby from the World Tournament could be a good option. He raises his defense for one turn, and you can perform multiple supers versus a Pure Saiyan, and you heal. So definitely a good option if you are using that Super 17 team, and the same goes for Rildo. Greatly raises his defense for one turn. He's a GT boss's support unit. STR Omega is certainly aged out a bit. You can just see there's just not enough from his passive, but he does support full power units. The Int Shadow Dragons I will be bringing more of a SBR unit, because as you can see they doesn't raise defense on either of those, but just in terms of stats and type advantage at the end of the battle, he's going to be one of my better options. You've got the Oceanus, who raises defense for one turn, so hopefully getting additionals that'll help us out there, so she's on the team. And the last unit that I will use is Tech Sin Shenron. Really good unit, so he'll fill out the team nicely for me. If you have him fully easy aid, the Nova Shenron is a support unit, so it can work well, and the AGL Super 17 is a great unit to use for these longer form events. He'll build up his damage reduction, and yeah, super powerful there. So that's the team we're going to be going with here. Fortunately, we've got Physical Nova Shenron, whose support actually isn't going to work on this team. Let's see if we can. Let's just look at the start of turn. Yeah, not much in the way of defense there. Most of the defense will come on super for the Tech Sin Shenron. We want to get him matched up with one of the physical Shenrons, and then we also want to get the other physical Shenron with the sub easy A Sin Shenron. So, there we go. Starting off well, getting the additionals. The thing with this team is that there is no stackers, so getting through this quickly isn't the end of the world, whereas for some teams you may want to be stacking up as much as possible. Definitely nothing crazy from Oceanus there, damage wise, that's for sure. But cool, that's the first rotation done and dusted. I actually don't mind that super attack for some reason. I don't know why, it's not that good of a super attack, but gets the job done. The friend is Rainbow, so certainly going to be putting him in that first slot there, collecting as many same type orbs as possible, because you obviously want to build up that Dokkan gauge. Like I said, if we can get that Dokkan meter off in the last stage, that would be unreal, because we haven't got crazy defensive options here. Let's see what he's probably the best unit to get super there. Yeah, look at that, double digits, not too bad. 4.8 from the Int Shadow Dragons. I don't think I have much crit in them. I think I did go 4 additionals because they're sort of more of an SBR unit. So there's not much of a chance of pumping out really big damage there. My physical Omega is unfortunately only 55%. He's not quite Link level 10. I actually didn't have him before his easy A drop, so I did manage to. Well, I purchased the easy A pack, and from that I did actually get the one copy I needed. So that was actually pretty clutch. I wasn't paying attention, didn't make sure that that Sin got a super, because yeah, it wasn't linked up. Actually, yeah, I've botched that up. I should have put him in slot 3 because I want to get him on rotation with one of the other Shenrons, but that's fine. What we'll do is we'll grab that, build up that Dokkan gauge even more, grab those. Hopefully no supers in this. Yeah, that's exactly what I was not hoping for. 160k, and probably the more annoying thing is that we do cop the defensive lowering there. It's going to hamper me in the future. And we're getting terrible luck in terms of super attack additionals with my Shenrons so far. Yet to do an additional super. Using this guy, I actually haven't really used the int Shadow Dragons other than the fact that I got them to link level 10. Their animation seems to go for ages, and that's certainly not that bad of a thing. It is a pretty cool animation, but yeah, just something I've noticed just using them now. What we'll do is we'll grab that. We'll leave you on rotation, I think, and grab that, and we'll float off the sub easy A, and we'll bring him back around next. Yeah, have him on rotation with the other physical Omega. Hey, there we go. We finally get that additional super that finishes off Goku, and we move on to Super Saiyan 3. Having the two int units here is very concerning. I'm going to have to do it like this because at least int Oceanus does raise her defense if we can potentially get an extra super out of her. Look at physical Omega pumping out some big ol' attack stats, 6.7 there. Obviously really good after his EZO. The issue is with him the lack of teams. Yeah, it does really hurt him, and which is sad because he does have a really good partner in the Tech Sin Shenron, who is also awesome as an orb changing nuker. So yeah, if we get a good Inhuman Deeds 200%, something along those lines, I really look forward to seeing what type of numbers they can pump out together. So there's that. I feel like yeah, I think with Oceanus, because of the defensive down status, she gets the guaranteed additional. And then have we got the hidden potential? No. That's alright though, taking double digits is certainly fine for us. What we'll do is we'll grab those, which opens up the tech key spheres for 5 of those bad boys. See the Dokkan gauge is building up really quickly. Might even, I wonder if that'll get active. Well, I guess it depends on the orbs, but if even using that against Great Ape isn't the worst option because we do have a ton of physical units on rotation. This sucks. Defense lowered. Potentially again. I can't remember if that was the Omega that got supered before, so the double lower really sucks. But Tech Sin getting the job done there. So let's see. How did we go orb arrangement wise? Oh, here's an animation I haven't watched in a long time. Let me just make sure. Skip animation off. Oh, no, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it for later on in the event. Grab that. I am going to pop a Princess Snake just because we could get really blasted here. That didn't get the Dokkan attack off. Would have liked to have gotten the Dokkan attack off with this friend, Sin Shenron, Omega, sorry. Because as you just see, 8 million attack stat is certainly nothing to laugh at. Wish he would get some crits or additional supers. He's got the one defensive raise plus the Princess Snake 65k. Okay. Not the end of the world. Hey, there's the crit from the physical Sin Shenron, which is nice. Depending on the attacks location and obviously how the orb changing goes, we might use the Tech Sin Shenron. sort of a tough one. That does give us the 8 key spheres there, bugger it. We'll do that. Then we'll just grab that and grab the extra little bit of healing. He doesn't get his defense till super, so if we got supered straight out of the bat there, we would have been dead. But I think that was worth the risk, I believe. So we'll grab that, nice and slow. That was a good amount of orbs. You add in the fact that mine's rainbowed fully link level 10, big bad bosses act. Well, a large majority of our links active, to be honest. I reckon he can pump out some really big numbers here. So let's see what we get. Bang! Look at that, 8 million, following it up with an additional 6 million attack stat. That'll heal us straight up back to full HP. Yeah, I'm going to take that as a good decision. Then we've got a good rotation here, having a lot of our physical units. Defense is still lowered, which sucks, but there's not much we can do about that, unfortunately, and we're not even going to get the super attack off with Nova. Let's see, cool. So we're tanking that for double digits, pumping out big attack stats, and here's where these physical units are going to come in very clutch. Hey, and we're finally getting the additional supers too. So that, remember, each one of these is a defensive raise. Oh, imagine if we had got the third one there. That would have been pretty insane. We could have just nearly one-turned the Goku. But at least we do have quite a few items heading into these sort of later stages, which is good. Depending on how we go with crits and whatnot, these could take a while. So yeah, good to have them in our back pocket. There's the 3 dodge firing off. So what we're going to do is grab those. I'm going to say, as I think I mentioned before, I'm going to save the active skill for when we do come up against the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku with that type advantage. I think it's just going to be a bit more worthwhile there. Hey, look at that. Big old damage. Ah, come on, give me that crit. Definitely going to need a crit from the techs in if we're going to be doing any real damage here, because of that type disadvantage. But nice attack stat. See, no, okay, don't super him, please. I should have checked his defense out actually, but Goku's not dodging at all here, which is really handy. Could we potentially get the finish here? Hey, there we go. And we move into the final stage. We got the friend on rotation. So let's go. Let's just look at that defense. 360k is pretty solid. Grab those into those. We're at full HP, which, to be honest, doesn't mean that much because we do only have 500k, and this is exactly what we didn't want to happen. Let's see how much we take this for. 370. So there goes an extremely large portion of our HP. That's why we needed to save those items for this later stage in the event. Additional super, please. Nope, of course not. That's fine, I guess. 130k, I think we should be fine. Everyone else is getting to super before they are getting hit. Yep, cool. And then obviously Oceanus has her type advantage. She's not going to do much damage-wise, but she gets that defensive raise from super. Hey, we're getting the additional defense there too. Every little bit of damage helps. Yeah. So we'll take that. We're definitely going to have to pop an item here. Go with an 8er just to bump that defense up. We grab those. Let's see what we get here. 6 key spheres is nice. Then we'll grab that. We want to save those int key spheres for next rotation when we have the... Wow, again! Attacked in slot 1 again. So that's going to do the same. 400k this time actually. That is not kind by Dokkan. Is it at least going to give me multiple supers to make up for it? Nope. Okay, That's cool. That's cool. Hopefully, Nova in the back there doesn't take over 25k a hit. Otherwise, I will be in trouble. That's awesome to get the crit there, but still, no additionals. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see how this goes. Oh, double digits. Cool. Okay, we survive another turn. We are getting closer to the end. We've got the active skill here, so we're going to pop that. Oh, maybe it's just a stat boost, is it? No. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, this is actually the first time I've ever used this active skill. Oh, it is just a stat boost. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's the extra key. Look at that defensive stat with the extra defense from the Ada. I'm going to pop an Ada again. Look at, we'll be cooking here. Just grab that, into that, into that. I'm intrigued to see what the Shadow Dragons do in that last slot. Up to an 8 million attack stat with the support from the Shadow Dragons as well. Hey, here we go. We're finally getting those additionals. Can we get a third one? Or if you don't want to give me the third, I'll take a crit here. Yep, see, I ain't mad with that. I'm not too greedy. One or the other. Just give me something, you know? So as long as... Hey, wow, that's being greedy with the sin. Definitely don't mind that. As long as this last attack hits, I'll be feeling confident. So let's see what it gives us. 4.8. So maybe it doesn't give. I really should read into what that active skill does give, instead of just sort of guessing at it. I really can't remember. But I'd obviously gave the key, but key isn't really the hardest to come by on this team. So what we'll do is we'll grab that, which that gives us 10. So Sin's going to be looking really good there. We grab that, and we should be done with it here, unless we get crazy unlucky with some dodges from Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. We will have cooked. So there we go, guys. There is the GT bosses mission done and dusted. Definitely a painful one. Let me know down below what team you guys did use to knock that over. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.